Having difficult conversations with employees, well, it's difficult for a reason, right? But it's really important and part of the performance management process. And too often I see our clients let things slide, maybe feel frustrated by something and don't address it right away. I really believe our employees want to do good for us. I think they want to do a good job. A lot of times they don't know what a good job looks like, and we're frustrated because we've relinquished some control, which probably was hard enough on its own, right? And now they have some autonomy and they're doing things that we don't really approve of. And because I see so many challenges with this concept of having difficult conversations or managing performance, I wanted to just share with you a few ways that I approach the performance management / difficult conversation process in my company. Number one, I'm a very reactive person. People always tell me they can see my emotions. I wear my emotions on my sleeve and I get triggered easily, right? I only accept a very high level of excellence in my company. Also, sometimes we have to just take a minute and breathe and really think about, why do I feel triggered by this situation? So often we go to sort of the subjective result, it's an idea, well, she's always late, or she acts like this, or he shows up making me feel this way. I really encourage you to take a minute to breathe and pull out your journal, write down how you're feeling, acknowledge how you're feeling, but then also write down what exactly happened. What is the circumstance that caused you to feel that way? Next, I acknowledge my feelings and give myself a little grace for feeling them. Then I'm going to have a conversation with that employee about what it is that is causing the feelings. So if, let's say, an employee blew off your all-team meeting, you were really excited about it, maybe you had some big announcement and they decided they had something more important to do and didn't come, and it really made you feel alienated, or you felt like they didn't care, that's your feeling. But what actually happened was they didn't show up for the team meeting. So I would ask myself, is this a mandatory meeting? How am I enforcing that it's mandatory? If it's not mandatory, and I probably shouldn't feel this way. I have no reason that I need to be upset with them about it. I can simply talk about having them come to the next meeting or catching them up on things. If it is a mandatory meeting, then what is the result of them not coming? Is there a punishment for that? Is there a write-up? So you definitely want to follow up with that employee. Make sure that they know when the next meeting is, that they're going to come to that meeting, and then set a follow-up date with that employee to talk with them about recapping on how they've handled it and making sure that they do come to the next meeting. And then finally, if you're really heated up, don't talk to the employee right away. Take a break, maybe schedule some time. Sometimes I just need to go for a walk. Most of the time when we feel like a conversation is difficult with an employee, the conversation itself is not so bad. It's really just what we built up in our head, as an expectation of what could happen. So I think just managing your emotions on the front end is going to be really helpful.